Hello and welcome to the Genuine Learning Blog. My name is Melissa Galasso, and today we're going to talk about proposed changes to the Uniform Accountancy Act's model rules, in particular around the CPA exam and when you can sit for the exam and how the 18-month window is going to work. So NASBA issued a proposed change in October of 2022 to the model because there are different requirements in different jurisdictions around how the 18-month window works. And so unlike when I sat for the CPA exam and you took all 4 parts in the same 2-day setting, students can now take the exam over a period of time and they have 18 months to do it. But when that 18-month window starts, has been an area of, a little bit of contention now. In addition, we know that the exam is going to have some pretty significant changes in 2024. And anytime there are changes, we know that delays the results because they have to sort of get the exam at the right level. And so they go through some leveling. And so the NASBA CBT Administration Committee, as well as the Uniform Accountancy Act Committee, went through these proposed changes to try to streamline because you have 18 months to successfully pass the exam from your first pass. And so the date that the credit is calculated, though, is varied among different jurisdictions. And so the goal here is to create a little bit more consistency. So the rule that they're updating is Rule 5-7, which is retake and granting of credit requirements. And currently, you have 18 months. It is calculated from the date that you took the section. So if you sat for it on March 1st, and you passed, which you won't find out for a little while. In that scenario, from March 1st, that 18-month window kicks in, even though you don't know that you passed or failed it for several weeks. And so what they're going to do now instead is that you can take, again, any order that the credit wants to, and it's valid for 18 months from the date the passing score is released by NASBA. So now, instead of being at the date that you took it, it's the date you find out you pass it. That starts your 18-month window. So that is what they are proposing there. In addition, you must pass the exam within the 18-month window that begins with the date the passing scores are again released. So right now, it's the 18-month window is the date that the pass section is taken. So the rolling window concludes with the sit date of the final exam, regardless of when it's released. So on the front end, it's when it's released. The back end is the date that you can sit. So even if you don't find out, as long as you sit by that 18-month window, you are good. Once that 18-month window, you've got out of it, then the sections that are prior to that 18-month window are going to expire. And so they're trying to, again, get that 18-month window in there. Now, currently, you are not allowed to take the failed section in the same testing window. So there are testing windows which are based on the calendar quarter. So January to March, April to June, July to September, and you're not allowed to take it if it's within that same period. And so as a result, you're not allowed to resit for a failed test. Now it says you just can't sit for a failed test until you know that you failed. So they're not making you wait to a new testing window. And so as a result, this is now going to have that you're deemed to have passed all required tests in the rolling 18-month period. That would be a pass in this scenario. And so again, some clarified language in this area. So if you have an opinion about this, we know we are trying to address our pipeline shortage. We're trying to attract people to the profession. And so this is really what we are trying to address. We're trying to get more people to be able to sit, feel comfortable, and pass this exam so that they can become CPAs so we can address this pipeline issue. So let NASBA know if they are on the right track with these proposed changes, or maybe if you have some identified changes of your own. So comments are due, or recommendations should be sent to the UAA committee by December 12th. And again, it is an email, aacomments@nasba.org. All right, guys, that is a wrap on this week's blog. So hopefully, again, we are addressing the pipeline shortage and we're trying to get people through. We will not have a blog next week. It will be Thanksgiving. So I want to wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving and hoping you get to spend that with friends, family, and loved ones. So thank you guys so much. We look forward to seeing you in December when we will restart our blog series. Have a wonderful rest of November. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.